Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Creepbox, a movie about a guy who somehow creates this technology that may sort of bring the dead back to life. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 16, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So the basic premise is there's this new technology that they're combining with AI, which basically kind of simulates a dead person's consciousness. So it's a simulated consciousness, but it's a little too close to home, to the point at which it's kind of awful because as soon as they switch on the creep box, the person is like, where am I? How do I get out of here? What's going on? So it's sort of awful. It's sort of awful in its own way. But the scientist is pursuing it, I think, because he wants to talk to his dead relative, maybe his dead wife. But I'm not sure. It's definitely very creepy to hear the voices say, "Oh, where am I? Help me," kind of thing. And are they real? Are they not real? The interesting thing about the movie too is it apparently deals with the ethical implications of the science, which is something you don't see a lot in B movies anymore. You used to see it all the time. My God, Dr. Frankenstein, you can't play God? Ah! So yeah, this is kind of cool. Here's Film Threat recommending it. Tells a fascinating story. The film will most assuredly break a few hearts by the end. Screen Anarchy, densely composed with shifting layers of grief and a keen sense of dread. Filmazon. It will have you pondering on many a philosophical topic long after the credits have rolled. So these are very indie sorts of film magazines or film outlets, I'll say. So that's a little different than the usual quotes we get. Like if you get a quote from New York Times or Rolling Stone, I don't really consider them authorities on film anymore or anything else, quite frankly. But when you get it from these guys, I think these guys have more credibility because they live in the indie sphere. And this is an indie movie. So, first act, he's working on this technology, and he has a breakthrough. Some kind of breakthrough where I'm not sure if he's using dead people during the experiments or not. It looks like he is in this shot. So maybe he's using a dead person or someone in a coma. I don't know. But it perfectly simulates that person, and it's messed up. It's kind of messed up. And he wants to save the technology, but the company wants to shut him down. He doesn't obey their ethical standards. He keeps pushing the envelope. Eventually, they're going to shut him down. The ending? Oh, boy. I'm not sure. The ending might be that he downloads his consciousness into the creep box, and that's the end of the movie. And then you hear his voice. Can you hear me? Help me! That kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Let's read the write-up. After his wife's death. Okay, there you go. Always with the wife. A scientist tries to use groundbreaking technology to determine if there's life after death, but once he is through the looking glass, there's no turning back. 100% I would see this movie. 100%. Not sure where you're going to see it, though. Guessing it's probably trying to get distribution. Might get limited release. Probably ends up right on streaming. I'm not sure where. IFC would be my first thought, or someplace like Shudder. But I would keep an eye out for it. Creepbox. Kind of a cool name, too. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan somewhere behind me. Check me out tonight, right here on YouTube, at 7 p.m. for the live stream, where we do it live. We'll talk about the box office and what's going on in movies, but the only really big story in LA is the fires. So we're going to be talking about the fires. We're going to be going through which celebrities' houses survived and what the hell happened. As best we can figure out from the headlines and the news, it's a mess out there. I can't get over the devastation. It's just awful. Anyhow, tune in tonight for that, and we'll try to, I don't know, find a silver lining in that mess. And we'll make fun of the DEI hires who burned down Hollywood. We'll see you at 7 on the live stream. Tonight.